People don't just inherit money or family recipes, they also inherit some of the strangest little mental relics. Quiet, dusty ideas passed down like heirlooms, not carved into gold, but etched into habits, words, and rules that no one can fully explain. You know the ones I'm talking about? Sayings your grandparents swore by, rules everyone follows without asking why, advice that sounds wise until you realize it's been wrong for decades. And yet, here we are, in 2025, still clinging to them. Some are so outdated you'd swear we were secretly running life on a medieval operating system. Like the old belief that success has to hurt. Somewhere in history, no pain, no gain evolved into if you're not miserable, you're not really working. It's that ancient badge of honor, the exhaustion contest. The corporate martyrdom. People bragging about 100-hour weeks like it's an Olympic sport. Sure, effort matters, but exhaustion and achievement aren't the same thing. Burnout doesn't make you a hero. It just makes you tired, forgetful, and less capable. Yet still, this idea marches on, hand in hand with another relic, the fear that failure is final. Because for a shocking number of people, one mistake still feels like a death sentence. The thinking goes, mess up once and the universe brands you forever. Centuries ago, maybe that made sense. Miss the hunt and the whole tribe went hungry. But now? Fail a test, you can retake it. Bomb a job interview, you apply somewhere else. Even the biggest disasters can become the blueprint for something better. But fear has a way of keeping the modern brain stuck in ancient survival mode. And speaking of survival mode, there's our love affair with busyness. We still act like being busy makes us important, even if busy just means you've spent the day replying to unnecessary emails, attending pointless meetings, or running in circles. It's a mindset inherited from eras when constant activity meant you were valuable to the community. These days, you can sprint all day and never move forward. And that blind spot pairs perfectly with another. The assumption that age automatically equals wisdom. Sure, experience can sharpen you, but the years alone don't do the work. Reflection does. We've all met someone older who clings to falsehoods, and someone younger who sees the world with razor clarity. But back in tribal societies, listening to elders meant survival. Now, in the age of Google, Wi-Fi, and constant change, wisdom belongs to those who stay curious, not simply those who stay alive. Still, so many people live by the rule that happiness comes later. Work hard now, be happy someday. Save joy for retirement. Store freedom away for a rainy day. The trouble is, later has a way of vanishing, and by the time you reach it, the ride's already over. This mindset grew from generations who survived war and scarcity, who truly couldn't afford to stop and smell the roses. But today, it's more like a dream thief, robbing the present in service of a future that may never come. Then there's the one that says strength equals silence. Don't cry. Don't share. Don't admit you're struggling. It's a belief that's caused untold harm, convincing people that swallowing pain is a form of power. Yet every study and every lived experience tells us the opposite. Connection is strength. Speaking is strength. And still, that old voice whispers, keep quiet, keep it in, keep it together. It's the same voice that says normal equals right. That if everyone else is doing it, it must be correct. History begs to differ, and it's full of once normal ideas we now laugh at. But safety in numbers is one of humanity's oldest instincts, and it makes us cling to consensus even when it's wrong. Pile that on top of the belief that perfection equals worth, and you've got a recipe for paralysis. In ancient times, perfection really could mean survival. Build the shelter wrong, and you don't last the winter. Today, a typo isn't fatal, yet we still demand flawlessness from ourselves like our lives depend on it. And of course, the old money equals morality trick. Wealth as proof of virtue, poverty as proof of failure. This thinking is older than recorded history, back when riches were seen as a sign of divine blessing. Now we know opportunity, privilege, and luck are part of the equation, but the bias still shapes who we admire, who we distrust, and how we measure our own value. Finally, the most universal of all, change equals danger. Our ancestors weren't wrong. In their world, unfamiliar meant risky. But in ours, refusing to change can be the very thing that destroys you. We treat the unknown as the enemy, even when it's our best shot at something better. All of these ideas, from success is suffering to change or danger, are ancient survival codes running on modern software. Left unchecked, they make our decisions for us, whispering in the background so softly we barely realize they're there. The question is, which of them are you still carrying? And which are you finally ready to set down?